Grand Rising, Grand Day, Grand Evening.
1,000 times. So when he's doing it in a shopping mall, he's not doing anything different. He's doing the same thing he always does. But it's cultural because the way that Regina explained it to me was that she said her allowing their child to know that
I'm
this
just
is
giving
not going
y'all
to
a few
put
minutes to
you
come in.
off because of who you are.
I want to give y'all a
And
heads up. It is a
literally
lot of background
falling
noise.
for
I do have my headphones on, so if y'all can hear like my grandbaby crying and stuff in the background, let me know, and I'll probably just go somewhere else.
why can't I spin around and fall
So
down
just
and
let
just
me
do
know.
whatever I want to do?
But I'm gonna wait for a few minutes to see who come in here before I start talking.
Something, everyone okay, then you can come back and say,
Grand
okay,
Rising, Grand
when you
Rising,
get
Grand
ready,
Rising.
yeah, we see that it's completely different. Like, you don't get the option.
This this talk is
Right?
gonna
You're
be
not going to get
about
the option. That's not going to happen. It ain't no like when you get ready
what's
to. Now, you're
currently
going to stop
going
now
on
because
in
if you
this
don't, there's going to
country,
be a
United
huge
States.
consequence. But I don't think that's actually healthy, though. If you always teach your
Hold
child
on.
that life is all you're right.
So I've been noticing a lot of stuff going on, and so basically, let me give you a little bit of background on me and where I come from. I come from a family of intelligence gatherers. So my first response to everything that makes me think something else is going on is to investigate it. Uh, so I've been taking a lot of lifts places the last month because I just been doing a lot of shit, and I've noticed that there are. Let me know if y'all can't hear me clearly or if it's too much noise in the background.
He said you have to allow children
Um,
dangerous
my
things.
husband is talking to my daughter.
And that's the best way I can say
In
it.
like 2 hours, they've been on the phone now.
So they don't make news. But
So what I noticed by getting into the Lyft drivers' cars is two things. Two things I noticed.
you can tell them
Everybody is a Lyft driver now. It don't matter what you are in real life.
they have to do it themselves. And then once they do it, they'll be like, okay, so that's how that works.
So we have Lyft drivers that has all kinds of jobs and shit. That's sad to see. A doctor driving a Lyft for extra money.
And part of your
Um, But anyway, so everybody's driving Lyft. But what we noticed is 90% of our Lyft drivers are from another country. They can barely speak or understand the English. Uh, when I go into the stores, it's foreigners in there now, and they have all these jobs in all of these places. It don't matter where I go, I'm always paying attention. So I start asking people where they from. Because I'm a linguistics, I can um, I can pull where people their native throat chakra. I could pull where they're from. I'm usually right unless it's somewhere in Africa. I can't, for some reason, the continent of Africa, I really can't pull that language in my current memory. But pretty much the rest of the world, I can tell where you're from. So I just ask people to see if they'll first, number one, be honest, and number two, to see if I'm right. And so anyway, so I'm getting people saying they from the Ukraine and Colombia, Venezuela, all these places where the borders is filled. And I'm just sitting here like, now I had said this to my son-in-law when we was in the car, and I said, I mean, I'm not gonna vote. I don't vote for people. That's silly. But I said, I hope that Trump get back in office. I said, because if he get back in office, there's two things that's gonna happen for sure. The borders will be protected, and our finances will get back in order. Two things I know for sure. But when the people who are opposed to us being free and living properly and having our own finances together, um, they're against him. They've been against Trump forever. You know, that's why it took him so long to get rid of the island, because he had to work, he had to move in silence. But anyway, um, he is an ally for us. But there was a new bill put in. Babe, what's that new bill put in about the guns?
Which one? Hold on now.
Damn.
Which one?
Hold on, y'all. It was something that I was reading with. Who the fuck was I reading that with? Was it you?
It might have been.
It's a new gun law.
What is they trying to pass? No
It
more
might
two
it have
people.
been it was you or it was one of my sisters,
No more training.
Nicole, because you know what's going on. So
Yeah.
she lost Yamin. So
Yeah.
she can't Yamin because of the Yamin.
Oh,
So they came and got her Yamin.
what?
So Yamin,
No, that's
yeah, Yamin.
yo.
So
Yo,
it's a new bill. It's a new law. You know what? Before I say anything about that law, let me do my research so I'm not misquoting nothing. But they have a gun bill that's supposed to be up for review. And if we don't get our guns now,
you're not gonna be able to get grandfathered in.
right, it's
They're gonna take it away.
it's so much more than the other bills that was trying to stifle the kind of weapon.
Right.
This one says a certain, damn it, I'm gonna have to call her and ask her. But it's in regards to January 24th. Like it's new, and it just happened because of her case.
Well, there's a couple different ones. There's the one about them training. That was just dropped. You're not allowed to. They're trying to make it so.
So then the gun show, we won't be working at the gun show no more.
No, they're not the shows.
I'm
They're
so
training.
sorry, y'all. Hold on.
Training. They're trying to outlaw the training. You can't
Oh,
train.
that's what it
Right. But
was.
then there's that, no, but then there's
Okay,
something
hold
else.
on. I remember now that you said that.
Okay, go ahead.
So it is now in the state of Colorado, I believe, illegal to take self-defense classes, or is that the country? That's the new bill that's being put on the table. You
They're
cannot
talking the
take,
whole country, not Colorado.
oh, the whole country. Okay. So for the whole country,
They're trying
it
to
is
do it.
about to be illegal to take any self-defense classes.
And training people too, it will be outlawed as well.
So if
You
you
can't.
are a trainer
Right.
of victims who need to be defending themselves, you are now committing a crime if you train somebody to defend themselves. I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. It was that one. Self defense law. You cannot go to self defense training. So, women, if you are, hey, Dwayne, hey,
But yeah, they're mixed
that's
with it.
Dwayne on.
That's the way.
Yeah,
That's the
guess
way.
that. What's up, Dwayne? Hey, we hope you and the family is doing well. Yeah, so he said, damn, no self defense class in relation to guns. No, no,
Yeah,
there's
no,
no
no.
self defense classes.
In relation to guns, yes,
No,
but you
no, not just the guns. No self
no, but this
defense.
particular one is about the gun. They're taking away your ability to
So,
protect yourself with a gun,
okay.
and they're taking.
Dwayne, can you hear Gus too? Because I got my headphones on. I can't tell if y'all can hear him too. So, for women who are victims of sexual assault, they can't take a class to defend themselves. Women who have businesses, okay, good. He said he could hear you.
Okay,
So go ahead and say it again. The gun law
I
for
was
the
saying
self
that
defense.
yes, he's right. I was just telling him that he's right. If they pass this bill gets passed, you will not be able to train with the weapon
If the bill gets passed, you can't train with the weapon.
or teach other people.
Teach other people. Wow. So no more gun range.
I don't know what they're talking
What
about.
is
That's
you?
how
This
that's
don't
how
make
smart
no
these are.
fucking sense.
They're trying.
That makes
They're
no
trying.
sense. But what about my business and my security team? That's not making sense.
That,
I have to train my staff.
but the reason why you should be worried is not because of the law. What happens is they overreach and then they pull back and then you settle. It's a method of doing business. Pay attention. It's all business. All they're doing is saying it's a negotiation. If I say to you, hey, listen, what if I just, please give me all of your bills? You say, no effing way. And I say, okay, cool. Just give me the ones that are so old you can't use it. And you say, what? Instead of saying no effing way, I got you to say, what? Now I'm going to say, among those guns that are too old for you to use anymore, some of them are very valuable. I'll let you keep those. And then you say, hold on, what you mean? See, the conversation is going back and forth. You don't realize it. And once I get to the point where I want to be is, you know what? Those older ones, they only had 10 rounds in them. Anything more than 10 rounds, that ain't necessary. Don't you agree? And you say, well, boom, I got you. I got you. Because now you have limited the amount of ammunition you can have. So the next time we get into this argument, we no longer talking about the gun that has more than 30 rounds. We're no longer talking about that. And then the next time we have this conversation, we're not going to be talking about the automatic. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're doing.
Yeah, but
That's why you should be concerned. When they say no training at all, you should be concerned about that because you know that's an overreach. That's not what they actually, when they say no training at all, that's ridiculous. You need to figure out settle, where they're going to settle, where they want you to settle. Albeit no training.
yeah, but I'm looking more for the ourselves. If we, I'm not talking about with a gun though, dog. I'm talking about with all of it.
Oh,
If you can't train in self defense, if you can't go get trained self defense, if you
okay.
can't teach self defense,
So then,
that means you can't teach your children either.
so then, boom. Because I went to the overreach, step back to, oh, oh, my bad. Training is necessary. You guys can train,
But
but without it. You see?
well, already in the
And
state of
that's how it works.
Colorado, the
That's how they
pepper
do shit.
spray is illegal. Now, peep this. And I sound old as shit. Peep this.
Uh,
I just heard myself. Check it. Check it. Check it. It's like, no. Okay. So let me stop because I'm so silly. I'm trying to teach a lesson. But for real, this is really serious and I need to stop playing. But if we can't protect ourselves, if we can't defend ourselves, then what do you do? There's a new there's another law that they put out there. What was the other one? And I said, well, oh, the gathering. He said, that's cool. I'm gonna go take a self defense class and it just won't be no defense involved. Um, the other one, it was you two or more cannot gather. Did you hear that one?
yes,
Two or more cannot gather.
yes.
So I am a woman who gave birth out of my womb to four children. My four children has now had children. So I can't sit on the porch with my family that I created and put into this world.
Public
Okay. If we are publicly walking to the store, if we are publicly going to the movies,
can be stopped.
if we publicly the fuck outside
Can be stopped.
sun gazing,
Can be
if we publicly having a birthday party for the grandbaby, like pay attention to this shit. This is all the laws that they're putting on the books. I know y'all heard about the Mississippi and Florida Jim Crow laws that they reenacted.
But what you not paying attention to is the people who are not. There's two things happening at once. The population right now is increasing by foreigners by 30,
That's what I keep trying to
40,
say.
50,000 thousands.
At a time,
By tens of thousands, the population is changing, right? At the same time, the population is changing. New laws about how
are
the
being
population
created.
is being created, and these people
Exactly.
do not know the old laws, let alone the new laws,
Right. Right.
right? And you
Hmm.
have children being born who are glued to devices that are telling them what the world is. They don't believe Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points because there was no cell phone footage. Someone had to go back and find the actual tape to prove to Gen Z that Wilt scored 100 points in the game. They ain't believe it. So you have them, they're getting their information from this device. At the same time, these laws are coming down.
So look, the law here in Colorado currently is that pepper spray is illegal. But we worked a gun show. And what do they sell there? So you can sell it and receive money and the government can get their cut.
But if you use
But if you use it as a woman being raped right now, look at what happened with Kamir. Look at that. Now, if she had, he's deceased. That's in the news. That's a news story that actually happened here in Colorado. What happened to him? If she had did that with the pepper spray, she would have been charged. You
why would you sit
you not listening to me now? She would have been charged if she had did that with pepper spray rather than the gun. So, but look at that. So there's a news article and there's a news article for the city of Colorado Springs, where there was a murder that took place. A man was allegedly trying to rape a woman here, and she shot him and ended up killing him. And she just took herself to the hospital. The police came there. They talked to her at the hospital, and then they left. She wasn't charged with anything. But what I'm saying is, if she had pepper sprayed him, she would have been charged with having an illegal weapon and assault. Now, make those make sense. See, we can joke about this shit all day long, but when you really put it into action, these laws, I still don't have a clear understanding of what Jim Crow is. I've tried to look that up everywhere. I don't know exactly what a Jim Crow law mean, but I think it mean that they could do whatever they want to black people. Is that what that mean? Like, to sum it up?
Kind of, kind of, sort of, yeah, kind of, sort of. What the importance of Jim Crow today is that if you understand what the blue laws, the black code, and Jim Crow era,
So that's where I'm losing it because I don't know those
history.
things. I don't know that
Exactly.
history. No,
That piece, that puzzle piece right there
it's important.
is what I was telling. We were talking about the other day about what white people need to understand. That piece of history that they're telling us that they're not going to teach the next set of white kids. That is very important because during that time, it's not that I'm going to hurt your feelings. I'm telling you, that ain't it. During that time, when you were being oppressed, right, as a black, quote unquote, there were certain financial things happening in the country. What they're going to do is repeat those
Right.
financial things
That's just like when.
on the
Okay,
next set
okay,
of
good, good,
people,
good, good talk,
and
good
they're
talk,
not
good
even
talk,
going to know
good
because they
talk.
don't know the history. They have no
That's
idea.
that's just like when they released the Bill of Exchange information. Kennedy was murdered, so your focus was on the president being murdered. So you didn't realize that the Bill of Exchange, the bill, I'm saying that right, Bill of Exchange, Bill of Rights, something like that. One of those bills was made the same year that he was killed to deflect from people understanding their money.
Yes, like
So, oh yeah, the
master was
Modern Money Mechanics, 1963.
yeah.
And when was Kennedy killed? See, Modern Money Mechanics came out in 63.
Uh,
Ken, Kennedy tried to tell everybody about it, and he died a year later.
So yeah,
Nobody knew about the fucking Bill of Exchange or the Modern Money Mechanics.
right. But the information was released,
It was released, but
and
they
you were
had
distracted,
you distracted because she caught her husband's brains when it fucking fell out his head.
and nobody
And
never
nobody's
seen
gonna
it.
stop
And it
talking
was
about
on
that for a
TV.
year.
It was TV.
And it was visible. Yep.
On TV. So it was something that you definitely do. It is a distractible event. I
Hmm.
give you that. It's a distractible event. But the other event that took place was so monumental and would affect you and your children and your children
It would affect your bloodline.
and you
And you did nothing with that information because you were so fascinated with his brains being blown out of his head.
and mostly we talking white.
Yeah. I told you I'm redirecting my energy.
It wasn't the black. So that's what and then
Mm.
that's bringing it back. That's what the puzzle piece is missing. The black folks were the victims of the Jim Crow, right? The white folks were the benefactors of the Jim Crow, right? But the rich were the super benefactors of the Jim Crow. So now, if you want to do the Jim Crow era again, you didn't already did it on black
So Jim Crow era would be till
people.
till
And it's
that's Jim Crow.
lynching.
Come on, let's do that. Because if
That
Jim
means
Crow laws is enacted,
listen
then
to
that means it's enacted for
your daughter
everybody,
say
right?
your daughter say they can punish people without a trial.
And so then so can you,
Part
right?
of this no, part of this new law that we're talking about with police force is taking away all of those body cam things,
Oh,
taking
that's
all that,
another one, y'all. Did y'all hear about that one?
taking away all of that, and then it's
They're taking
basically
away the body cams from the police.
no, they have it, but they don't have.
They don't have
There's a
to show
rule.
you
There's a rule where they're not allowed to review it before
review
they
it, right?
report. but they're saying that they're going to take that rule back, so they're able to review before they write their rule, so they can fix it to whatever they need to be. But the thing is this: part of that is not just him, but it's that whole idea of judge, jury, and executioner, the power being in the discretion of the police force at that. So it's basically handing that life and death decision back over to them. That is exactly the Jim Crow era. If I'm a black man and I'm walking down the street and it's 1940, right? If a white woman say he raped me, they're going to kill me that same day. I'm not going to get a trial and then go to jury another
Oh,
year
that would be
and
a
all
part of.
that. You
Okay,
see what I'm saying? Because
I see. I see. I
it's
see.
what used to happen to us. It's black history.
Uh,
That's why it's called, because the white people are about to be the new niggas. That's what's about to happen in the next 40 years. The children who are born now, they're not going to have it in their education system, black history, because that's not important and you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. But they're also not going to have their part in the same exact history. They're not going to know that, well, that was the time when they took you off the coast. That was the time when they explained to you how the money works. There is no money.
yeah.
All of that happened at the same time. So the same thing is going to happen now. It's going to be a shift
So
in
basically,
money,
for people who are
and
like
we're going to get
me
distracted.
who don't understand it, the base to make it simple, Jim Crow law means they can do whatever they want to black people and not be charged for it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Heard. Now that's where I come in. Let me put my
But it was
headphones back
but
on.
it was specific rules, like especially for any extended amount of time. But you can have papers. This is the part where it's going to apply to white people. They're not. You can have papers. Your papers will validate, right? If they feel like. If you're in Mississippi, you show somebody your papers, they can, right?
Hmm.
But if you maybe you in Philadelphia, you have your papers and you good, right? Well, going forward, there's going to be a new version of having your papers, but it's going to be digital. The thing is, when you ain't got no papers, you don't fucking count. That's what black people went through. You don't count. If you was a doctor, a surgeon in Philadelphia, but you traveling in Mississippi, you can't prove who you are, you're just another nigga.
So
And we're going to do whatever we want to
when me and you do our regular road trip across country,
do. Yes.
when we do what we normally do, you saying if we do this in Mississippi and Florida, we can get lynched there.
Hell yeah. You are nobody then. You just a nigga. And what I'm saying is that when you flip that, you apply that to the people today. When it's a foreigner, they getting here, they from Ukraine. They just got here. They're gonna get all of their papers. If they say, get this digital thing in the back of your neck or on the back of your hand, they're gonna do it. They're not gonna ask no questions. I need to do that for
In
citizenship.
Mississippi and in Florida,
No,
where
this
the
is.
Jim Crow law is,
But we
or
take. I'm
anywhere.
saying modernize it to the whole country. The whole country. You're in the whole country. This is all Florida. The whole country. The whole country is Mississippi. Okay. If a foreigner was to come here, they're going to accept whatever they say, whatever it is. One of the things that they're offering right now is military service. If you sign up for the military service and you are an illegal, not illegal, an illegal, and you sign up for military service, they'll put you on a fast track to get your papers. Okay? If you take that and apply that digitally, what you're saying is, if I get to the border and get the stamp, boom, there's some COVID crazy shit in there that the Americans is talking about. There's some computer chip in there that's gonna go through my heart or whatever that the Americans is all bitching about. I want that shit. If I get to the border, get the stamp, every Walmart I go into, it opens. I got money on my It's automatic.
Oh, that's the other new law they bringing in, right? You can't come into the store without your picture face.
So you have to put it all
So is
together.
that the whole country too, or is
Yeah,
that
that
just?
would be everywhere, the whole country. That's what I'm saying. That's your paper. Now, this person, you've been living here in America, right? But you owe a debt or something. Something's going on with your shit. Maybe you, I don't know, repo or whatever. Something's going on with your finance. Yeah. If I take away your access, that means when you walk up to the Walmart, nothing happens. But that guy that just got here yesterday and got the stamp is completely registered. You talking about I ain't gonna get the shot. He got everything. When you walk up to the Walmart, doors open. Nigga, new white person. That's gonna happen to white because they're in if you're gonna fight back to the system, you wanna be the new niggas, cool. And you'll be just excommunicated. You either gonna get on board or you're gonna get over here. And if you're over here, anything can happen. You talking about, oh, I'm gonna live without the technology or whatever. These new age, whatever you want to be. I'm not gonna get the shot. I'm not gonna get the whatever the market of beast, whatever you want to call it. I'm not gonna get it. Cool, but you're not gonna get access to nothing. So then when something happens to you, who do you call? You saw what happened in Seattle. Kick the police out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Great. Somebody got murdered. These fools try to call the police. You, you see what I'm saying? You either gonna get on board or whatever happens to you happens. And people are going to be rushing to get on board, while some people are going to be like, "No, that's crazy," and then some people will be on the fence. Then you throw in the distraction. Before you look, before you know, everybody's going to be. That's how that's going to
Well, yeah. Look at the homosexuality rate going up and the acceptance of pedophilia. It's called what is it called? That kind of love. Um, it's like a whole world of the pedophilias. They have a community where they're fight for their right to love babies. Oh, that's acceptable now.
go. Well, pretty soon you're gonna be you're not gonna be able to say nothing like that. What you're saying right now. Pretty soon.
Hmm, really?
Just saying that right now, what you're saying is probably going to be a problem.
Well, well, let me say it right now.
Yeah.
So it's like the rise of homosexuality and these non-binary, binary, whatever the fuck they call it. Uh, they want us to accept the LG, whatever those other letters are, communities and belief systems and all that shit. Um, but if you really just sit here and think about what they want you to accept, and now everybody's on board. If you pay attention to these new TV shows and movies that's coming on, remember how previously, prior to um what era, whatever, prior to the 2000s, let's just start at 2000. Whenever you watch something on TV or went to a movie or even in real life, you've always had both parents or a parent be upset about one of their children's decision to be homosexual or whatever, bisexual, whatever, right? Now, when you watch any TV show, anywhere in the country, in the world, I mean, on any of these apps, every parent, every auntie and uncle and grandparent, they are all so accepting of this lifestyle. There's not been one TV show or movie that I've seen where the parent questioned the child's decision or any way, shape, or form, any way around it's just not a thing anymore. Now that I've said this to you, I want you to pay attention when you're watching TV, when you're watching a commercial. Look how they try to make you see how accepted that is. So now, whenever you make a comment about you not agreeing with the lifestyle of the LGBT community,
You're a bigot.
you step back and you say, "Oh, that's not right for me to say that, to think that.
You're a bigot.
I don't want to be a big." But you can't say that a gay person is a bigot to a straight person because you're disgusted by straight sex. So we can't say that. It's too many games that too many people is playing. But I'm gonna bring y'all back to the hard truth of what's popping right now. Now that everybody is so self-conscious and they want to make sure they're politically correct about everything and they're all accepting, now the next stage of the LGBTW 29 3 community will be the adult child love era.
Mm-hmm.
The adult child love era. And
That's for Gen Alpha.
you're going to start feeling guilty by judging these people who truly have love in their heart for these children that they are molested. You're going to be so politically correct that you're going to come up with a reason to make that shit okay.
Like the thing in the butthole. Yeah.
Yeah, like now is, oh, we're not doing the whole. First it was like, we're not gay. We just like the prostate gland in the ass. So we just get fucked in the ass because that's a good, you know what I mean, gland to get released. But I'm not gay, right? But who's releasing that gland of prostate? I mean, I'm just asking a question. So where you have people who would be judging me about what I'm saying, I want those people to know how much I don't give a fuck about you. Um, you will not change my outlook on life. You will not change my belief system. I am divine energy that has sent to into this world from another dimension creations of life. I am creation. The way that I create is with a nice penis in me, pouring nice, beautiful vitamin D milk into me. And then we create something spectacular. There are no labs involved. There's no science. It is just the energy of that which is God like. So you will never get me to move off my position. Period. So whatever comments that y'all want to put in there to call me a bigot or whatever other word you use for somebody who does not agree with the push that y'all doing to these poor children who don't even understand what they are signing up for. Just remember what I said. Pay attention to your visuals when you're seeing print ads, uh, news reports, TV shows, movies, videos, any kind of propaganda. And you ask yourself, why is it that every single person is in agreement to that lifestyle and no one challenges it? No one challenges it anymore. But that is a fabrication because I challenge it. I fucking challenge it every day of my life because I want my fucking people to create. So for the ones that they can't get, the ones that they can't convince to get an abortion, they've convinced you to become lesbian or gay. The beautiful thing that I was allowed to keep when I came down this time, when I came up this time, was my memory of self. I first got pregnant in my life at 12 years old and I had my daughter at 13. Everybody and my grandmother was telling me to get an abortion. At 12 years old, I had the right mind to know not to do that because life was bigger than someone's opinion or someone's embarrassment or someone's shame. I have always known who I am, always. And even the parts of me that I'm a little bit confused by, like how do I put up with certain shit and why I won't tolerate certain things in my life. Like it's certain things that I'm still working on during my shadow work, trying to understand myself. But the true core of myself, it can never be corrupted. And if y'all knew yourself, y'all would never ever be corrupt. You would never say, well, maybe gender doesn't have a soul. What is it she said? The soul doesn't have a gender. The soul chooses its gender when it chooses its body. So don't go getting up in soul business you know nothing about, making those comments. Unless you had a conversation with your soul and other souls to get the answer to that, you shouldn't speak one. But I started this video because I want y'all to understand that this is World War III. It's already happening. What more do y'all need to see for you to come back online and get your shit together? Now I've trained y'all. Today is actually this is year 4, February the 10th, 2019 is when I started my YouTube channel. I have been teaching y'all for 4 years now. I've told y'all how to use your magic. I've told you what weapons to use with your magic. I've told you how to use the trees and the rock, the animals, and the air. The reason why all of these rules are enacted is because they know we tribing up. They know we blink. They know we can communicate with each other without talking on these phones. They already know this. That's why they said don't gather. Two or more is a gathering. All these ways they're trying to stop us from linking back up. It won't work. It won't work. Okay. So remember your lessons. Remember your training. Everything is a weapon. You do not need a gun. You don't need explosives. You don't need the military. If you if you reprioritize how you treat the planet and all that the planet creates, which is its animals, its plant life, and the original people of the planet. If you change the relationship that you have with the planet will work for you. People think that you have to go to a river or a ocean for running water to communicate with the ancestors. But you have to understand water is in the air. Huh? Snowflakes, rain, but I'm talking about just like air, the you know what I mean? Like the moisture in the air. Like the moisture in the air. If you take a shower, close all the doors, keep the windows closed, seal it up, put your shower on all hot, that creates a whole room full of steam. You can enchant that steam. And when you open all the doors and the windows, that shit's going out into the world and it's working for you. Y'all gotta remember, these laws, this war is targeted for us. They have brought people from other countries here to take us out. We ordered Walmart, excuse me, Instacart, and two Russians came to the door to deliver. Why do I need two of y'all niggas? One of y'all is casing the motherfucking building, and the other one is delivering the package. Start looking at fucking intelligence movies. Anything that'll train you because you can't get properly trained because of finance or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever is going to wake up your memory. But this threat is for y'all. And I say y'all because I got my shit together. I sit pretty every day just waiting for a motherfucker to try me. Use the earth. Real sorcerers. Real energy workers. Real primordial aboriginals know how to use everything as a weapon. Right now, I'm using the white people as my weapon because they're watching me. Now they're going to go run and tell that, and they're going to think about what I'm saying. Now I've already enchanted you to do what I want you to do. Everything is a weapon. When you make food, when you speak into that food, that's the fucking weapon. Ice cubes you make is water. That is a weapon. Everything is a weapon. So you need to go somewhere quiet and think about what weapon is going to work for you. I remember my little sister, she was showing me how to do, how do would I describe this crazy girl? I'm guessing we had beef with somebody. I don't even remember, but we had beef with somebody. My grandmother wasn't around, so we ain't know where none of the guns was at or nothing. So she goes in the backyard and she started putting shit together. And she was like, all right, this is the weapon. You use this on the eye. And then she said, you're going to use this on the throat. Make sure when you hit it with the throat, you hit it a certain way. Like she was in it. She was so far into this weaponry of the backyard garden. I was just looking at her like, this is crazy. But that's true. She was right. Look at your surroundings. Everything around you is a weapon. Okay, I live in a Rocky Mountain, so we have nothing but rocks. But when I was in Maryland, it was nothing but trees and grass and beautiful flowers and stuff here. So what would their weapons be? Think about it. Y'all can respond. I'm asking you a question. So if a rock would be my weapon, I ain't talking about the stones out there. I'm talking about that mountain behind me that I can use to do whatever I want. Then what would a weapon be for a tropical place? Say it again, babe. The waves of the water. Once they understand the power of the water, I didn't understand the power of the water until I went to California. California showed me shit that uh, fairy tales couldn't explain to me about the fucking water. When I just went to the water and I called the ancestors, the shit that I created on that beach, the amount of ancestors that I called back was I could not. There is no counting for that. You like my husband said you could use the water when you in a tropical place, but I'm not talking about just the water. Again, I'm talking about plants, flowers, food. You know you can make friends with a squirrel, right? Can a squirrel get into a high place? Can a squirrel jump on a person and just like literally rip out their artery in their neck? When I say make friends with the animal life, it's because they work for you. So you figure out how to do that. I told y'all to plug into the trees. I literally plugged my head into a tree to show you how to do it. I have been teaching y'all for so long. I taught y'all how to make armor, body armor cream. What did I make, babe, when I started this? What was that stuff I was making with the protection oils and stuff? The scrubs. What was that called? I don't know what I was doing something where I was putting the magic and the sugar scrubs and the sprays. And yeah, that got me through some really hard shadow work nights when I was coming into my next stage of my ascension. Um, so so arm your body up with your own making. Like don't go buy some shit off some China website. Okay, get you the purest oil you can get. Mix your essential oils with it and chant it, and then put that shit on you every day you wake up, every time you go to bed, and you protect it. Make your amulet. You don't need somebody to make an amulet for you. You can make your own amulet. It's more powerful when you enchant your own shit. So I'm telling y'all all of this to let y'all know that yes, World War III is currently happening. They are using biological weapons to take us out, and they are also using food to take us out. And what is this how do I even say this? They're using this manipulation, I guess, with the genders and shit to control you. That's also a strategy of warfare. If all the men are flying around like butterflies with lipsticks on and weaves in their hair and some fucking stilettos, how they battling? How they protecting their children? I'm just saying. I told you I could fuck with a gay man 100%, as long as he come to me as a man. If a gay man come to me with fucking weave and lipstick and nails on, I'm not gonna look at you as no man. I'm gonna look at you as a bitch because you approaching me as a bitch. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm saying this is how I feel. I'm not against gay people. You can be gay. Whatever you do in your personal life is your business. It's not mine. You make it mine when you do this shit. So that's just who I am. That's what I believe. I'm telling y'all to protect yourself. I'm telling y'all to watch for the setup. The setup is biological warfare. Um, what's wrong, babe? Let him know so he can come pick you up. It's snowing and shit out here. What the fuck? It's still snowing. God, like we just had, it was like 70 yesterday. Man, it was fucking snowing everywhere. I'm about to get off of here. I just wanted to tell y'all to watch out to the setup. Watch out for the setup and see what's actually happening in your face. Everything is a weapon. You don't need these gun laws. You don't need all of that shit. That's just what they need because they don't know how to do magic. I mean, you build bombs and nuclear weapons when you weak, when you can't battle, when you need to take over something, when you need to try to take over something. That's what you do. You create weapons of mass destruction. But I am mass destruction. And I just told y'all how to use your weapons. So I hope this helped. I'm getting off now. I've been on here for 54 minutes. So if y'all want to go back and listen to the whole thing, feel free. Leave comments. Uh,
Oh wait, I never read this. So Wayne was talking to us. Oh, we loud. I know. Oh God, family, everything. Can you read that? Can you see that? This one.
That's yeah. The extra attention on homosexuality for some people to entertain is crazy. They're trying to normalize it. It's predictive programming. Yeah, I agree. I, I seen a person that she said, yeah, they just, yeah, I agree totally, Dwayne. It's not, it's, like you said, predictive programming. If you know, the best way to predict the future is to create it. And humans are very malleable, and society is way more. These experiments that they was doing in the '60s, that's really what they were showing you. The one where they're all the prison experiment, where you take normal people and make one set guards, the other set prisoners, and see how they treat each other. And the experiment where they turn the power on and you shock the person in the next room, but you don't see it, and then how many people is willing to go forward. All those are experiments to see just how malleable people are, and the result is society is very fucking malleable to a degree that you would not fucking believe. You can get a large number of people to do shit just by
It don't take
it
much.
just
It doesn't take much at all.
it's just
I'm
crazy.
looking at people like, wow, you are so dumb that I want to
Don't
take
say
advantage.
that.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but this is like, let me take advantage of you because at least I'll do it in a way that both of us will benefit from it. It's
Scary.
it's just what it
Scary.
is. But I love y'all, and I hope that I helped. Just stay alert, stay aware, and every day talk to the planet until you hear the planet talking back to you. That's your weapon. And just don't forget, it's their weapon too if they figure out how to use it. So don't get caught sleeping.